Good morning, Scotland. Well, here we are on another adventure today. We've spent a couple of days fishing at the end of Loch with my mate, trying to catch some brown trout. I never got any, unfortunately. Same as the last time I was at Loch But anyway, today we're going to be doing a munro and a corbet. Sgurr Mor, loch quoich, and I can't remember the name of the corbet. I'll tell you in due course. The walk starts from the very end of the Loch road, which is a nightmare of a drive. Some of the blind summits and the single track road, it's a sketchy road to say the least, but it's a brilliant location. We have right at the end here, that's Gill Vein behind us, and behind that street, which is a corbet. Then you've got another one of the Glen munros over there. You can do them from this side as well, but it's a wee bit of a pathless and ascent, which will be tricky. But anyway, it starts off with this Land Rover track right at the end of the road. There's a kind of large car park there. And you start off on this Land Rover track, and then you're kind of heading for Glen Lodge, where we will then cut up to the right and head towards Sgurr Mor. But anyway, let's get cracking. And it's a beautiful morning, fantastic. Come on. Not long after leaving the car park, there is a branch, a fork in the road. You take the one on the right, it's well signposted and just heading towards Glen Lodge. You can't miss it. Well, I'm now at the point where we bear off right off this Land Rover track. Say what you want about Land Rover tracks, they make for speedy progress. About 2 kilometres in here and I just breezed it. Behind me is Glen Lodge, which is what you're aiming for. A couple of barns there. There's a little bridge here. Before the bridge, we're cutting off and got up to this bivouac, which sits at 350 metres. It sits between 2 corbets. There's a corbet there, and I put the name down here. I've done that a few years ago, and there's another corbet up there which I've not done yet. There's a story about that corbet though. I never done my research when I come and done this the last time, and I ended up coming up this bivouac here and realised I was going the wrong way, and I was doing the Sgurr Ridge. So just kind of, but I seen on the map that I could just bail up, and I've done that corbet as well, which made it for a much longer day, along with the three munros of Sgurr. But it was a very memorable day. And you ended up coming back down Glen here, which is absolutely beautiful. I just want to note as well, if you're coming to do any hills in this area, you need to be careful because it's very remote. Do your research first, and make sure your navigation skills are up. And I'm going to get going because the midges are now back out again, and we're going to head up to this bivouac. Come on, let's go. This is me at the top of the bivouac now. It sits at 350 metres. Apparently from here, you're just going across the bivouac. It's better being notoriously boggy. I'm quite lucky, I think, because I'm during a dry spell at the moment, so the bog's not too bad. You can see our 2 objectives for today. That one there's the munro Sgurr Mor, and then the corbet we're going to be doing as well, which I can't remember the name of. And all you've got to do is you drop down back down the glen, and then just straight up pathless. It's a pathless ascent, so that's going to be a killer. But once you're up onto the ridge, it should be a lot more straightforward. Anyway, let's go. I'm at the end of the bivouac now between the two Corbetts, and behind me is Glen Kingy, I think it's called. It's one of the loneliest glens in Scotland. It's very hard to get to, there's pretty much nothing here. And where we're heading for is just kind of heading straight up to that ridge line there between the two, between Sgurr Mor and Sgurr and Furin, which is the Corbett, which I'm going to include today because it's only a short effort once you're up on that ridge. But this is a pathless ascent, which makes it quite difficult. Apparently it's a little bit easier on the left, and there's also a river crossing down in Glen Kingy as well. You've got to drop down about 100 metres here, then back up again. But the river would probably be impossible to pass in spate. But like I said, we've had a really dry spell in Scotland the last couple of months. Even coming through that bog there, I've been there before up that bivouac, and that was extremely boggy. And today it was a lot easier to pass it just due to the fact that all the bog's dried up. It's quite worrying, to say the least. But anyway, we've got to go down to Glen Kingy, then up this pathless slog. Let's do it. Here I am on the ridge line now. It's views back to Loch Quoich there. We've got Sgurr Mor behind us, and we've got the Sgurr and Furin Corbett there. It's a tough slog up that pathless, but it's never ending. It took me well over an hour to get up there. I'm going to sit here, get a bite to eat, enjoy that view of Loch Quoich. And the munros at the South Glen Shield Ridge behind it, all the rest of it, that quality. I'm going to get a bite to eat and then we'll head up this Corbett. That's it, at the top of the Corbett. You've got an absolute cracking view back to the Munro Gaelic there, and Loch Quoich, and then South Glen Shield Ridge and all the rest of it. Brilliant. I wasn't expecting a view like this from up here. Amazing. I'm going to have a wee rest because it's getting quite hot now. And then it's just back down to the bivouac that we came from, and then up Sgurr Mor. which is our main objective for today anyway. I think it's only about 200 or 300 feet of ascent sorry, up it, so it shouldn't be too hard, and you've got an amazing view to Sgurr Mor as well, the ridge I done a couple of years ago. Really is a magnificent looking mountain, that Sgurr Mor. Just really pointy, it's amazing. But anyway, I'm going to rest up here, have a wee stretch, and then we'll head back to Sgurr Mor, loch.
So I'll be back down tonight. Right, okay. Yeah, Timmy, I don't know, is Timmy going to the moon? Well, you loaded him, did you?
I'm just off the summit here because there's somebody up there. I wasn't going to record when someone was up there. But this is the view you get over to Sgurr Mor. Isn't that amazing? That's one of the best views I've seen of it. Also referred as one of the most pointiest peaks in the country. Probably up there with Sgurr Mor, but it's definitely very, very nice looking from here. Anyway, all we've got to do now is retrace our steps and go back to the car, and then that'll be the end of the walk. It's been a great day. Hopefully the sun stays out and we don't get a soaking. Anyway, let's get back to the car. So all that was left to do was to walk back down towards the bivouac, back down the path with descent to walk to Glen Kingy. Back along the bivouac towards Glen Desiree. Past Glen Desiree Lodge. And back to the car. Another great day on the hill. Thanks again for watching, and from me, goodbye to another adventure.